You're right. Hey, Jim.
Why? You wanna wait a little bit? That would pretty much work.
Yeah, I'll do that, but let me do this now.
Two.
If you don't break it, it might be a really happy day for the Rotary.
And Don,
More of the. Yeah. Well, thanks for helping, I sure appreciate it. Yeah, I've been looking to get back in home, so. I really would be. See y'all back to normal.
Chris, you wanna, when we're ready, take over for James? I'm gonna. 1 minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, I'm not sure.
You know.
All right, well, everybody, get started. Chris, you wanna lead us in our,
Yes.
national anthem? Or pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for that. And here we have the four-way test. First is a serve. Second is a and third will build goodwill and better friendships. And fourth will be benefits to all concerned. And fifth is a flag. It is.
That's the only one you got right.
I think I got my name right, but yeah.
Not really.
Thanks, Chris.
Looking forward to it.
You're welcome.
Eileen, is Eileen here anywhere? Not yet.
I don't have anything covered.
Okay. All right, well,
Gonna be a quick meeting.
we'll put the inspirational to the end. Visitors,
I have,
Tracy, you want to introduce one of your visitors?
was very nostalgic this morning. I got to go pick up Joyce's daughter.
Okay.
This is Diana. They're here, they're taking care of everything. So.
Awesome.
Yes. For 2 more days.
Thank you. In here. Cliff, I'm not gonna butcher your last name, so I'll let you say it.
And I butcher it all the time.
But
I am Cliff Croucher. I am a former Mill Creek Rotarian myself. I come from a lifelong family of Rotarians here. As I like a kid, my parents were really good at spending my inheritance in Rotary International. 23 straight years in the international, going to spending my inheritance, traveling around the world as a Rotarian here, which I think is just wonderful. I told them to spend away and have a great time with that. I was involved in Mill Creek Rotary for 5 years, relocated to the lake right during COVID, and then decided to take a year off and go travel the United States. And there was illness involved and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, a lot of stories here. So I'm looking to get back involved here. I'm a commercial banker. I put up the quotation marks because I'm not actually a real banker. I'm a commercial banker. It's way different than you think a real bank. It really is. It's different. I went to a convention the other day and the guy's like, oh, great, you want to finance apartment buildings? And I'm like, no, that's not what I do. And he's like, oh, cool. So you want to finance home builders then? And I'm like, no, that's not what I do. I'm a commercial banker. Nobody really understands what I do. As you can tell, cool. There you go. Beautiful. I like that. Nobody else understands what I actually
you got one friend here.
do. Right. There you go. See, most people don't understand what I actually do. I work for BMO, which is Bank of Montreal, used to be the Bank of the West here in Montana. I do actually have to commute a couple days down to Seattle and I work out at the convention center, which is,
Yeah,
put it that way here.
Yeah.
The other 3 days I do operate out of my beautiful home, Lake Stevens, which is quite nice.
nice.
So that's me.
Welcome.
It's nice to be here. It's nice to be here on a bright and cheerful Friday morning. I like having Friday morning meetings. That's kind of nice here, because then I can go by your whole day and get out in the field and do what we do. So thank you so much for having me.
All right, well, welcome. Good to have you.
Clarification block from a non-member.
Yeah, I know.
I am what I am.
I told him to kill some time. We don't have a speaker, so. Our speaker today, they had to reschedule, so, we'll see them some other time. Some birthdays, Tashley Holman's on the 22nd. And Steve Carmody is on the 23rd. No spouse birthdays, anniversaries, I don't know if Daniel's on there, but Daniel and Emily Volker on the 26th, 16 years. And there's no Rotary anniversaries this week. Some announcements, March 29th.
Anniversary.
Oh,
Why don't you have?
I don't know. I talked to my secretary. He didn't, obviously hasn't updated the program
He
yet.
has to update it.
Oh,
I input as much as I can, but he.
okay. When's your
23rd.
23rd?
February,
How many years?
50.
Nice.
I'll contribute $1 a year.
Oh, nice. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Yeah. I'll catch you one day, I think.
I'll also contribute $1 a year.
Oh, nice.
Right.
That's awesome. Is it just 1 year?
One year.
Started.
You have an anniversary this week?
No.
No, okay, but. All right. So, March 29th, I think I'm get back to is the grant seminar, Silver Reef, so we need to have 2 people attend. Just so we stay in the good graces of Rotary. I think last year me and Chris went. It's fun, you get free lunch, or not free, but you get lunch, huh? Brian needs to go, and,
Yeah.
I think Lori's been a couple times, so.
I've been a few times, so.
But I might be able to go if we need to.
How to write grants, is that what you're saying? It's
Rules, about Rotary rules and regulations. You don't there's not a lot of grant writing training. It's just basically a check. I think it's a lot of the checkbox for Rotary to. We have people in your club that are compliant and understand how our grants work and stuff like that, but.
I would love it if somebody else went and that I could sit with them when they actually submitted a grant, so I could.
Yeah, we haven't submitted a grant in some time, so even though we go, just in case we want to do a grant. But that might be, if anybody's a great grant writer or has experience,
You don't have.
you might have a new position in Rotary. Yeah, I know. The Rotary ones are pretty simple, so but
When is it?
March 29th. It's like it's like half a day, and it's Silver Reef in Ferndale, I think. They have 3 a year, 2 are in Canada, and they have 1 in the States, and that's the only one in the States, so. What else we got here? So dues. It's February 20 something, I think, 21st. We still have quite a few people that are outstanding on dues for this go around, and then we have some from last go around, so we're working on those. But if you're not sure, check with Lori. She'll get to you before Guido comes knocking on your door. Got a couple announcements. We have a new Rotary member. Congratulations, Robert. The board approved the rigorous approval process from our board last night, so. Wednesday? Yeah, nice. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Not that you've been here tons and we love it.
Waterboarding comes next.
Yeah, now it's real. Can't run. Yeah.
As a dentist.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, guys, it's like 24 years. Did I miss an anniversary? Did I? Yeah, that was back when they didn't have, you just pull teeth out with pliers or, yeah.
Anesthetic?
Yeah. Hey, Victor, you want to come on up here?
Sounds like a loaded question.
Yeah.
Well, he answers it.
Yeah, watch yourself there. Well, no, we don't, you've already been a Rotary member, so you're officially now a Lake Stevens, thank you, proud badge wearing member.
Thank you very much. Only took you a month and a half to get that, but other than that.
Yeah.
More than that.
That's your fault.
Supply chain issues. Let's do some reports here. Treasury report. Oh, moving.
Get, Square set up on this phone so that if you would like to pay your dues, you can just, you know. It's not like real money, just give you a piece of paper. Yes, I think that's it for me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
No cooking the books, no, we're all good money wise.
just one thought, Bob, I was gonna tell you, I thought I had been donating to the, annual fund quarterly.
Yeah.
And somehow I don't know what happened, but my credit card changed, that's what happened. But I usually get notified, and so I didn't pay anything for a year. So, you can log into your, Rotary International, my account, and you can set up a recurring
Mhm.
payment. And you can choose Polio Plus or Annual Fund or all of this other stuff, and it benefits this club. So
Yeah.
really easy, you don't have to think about it unless things happen.
Credit card.
Unless the credit card, so I
Yes.
fixed it.
I do the same thing and now I have to forget paying I still pay my $50 because it's just natural. So, but, for the Paul Harris, so I just do like $85 a month, so I get that $1,000 a year and you don't even think about it.
Nice.
And so it's hopefully unless my credit card
Yeah, unless your credit card changes.
changes, yeah.
It expires, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, it's a really great thing. Thank you for bringing it. I'll do my foundation thing. So I was gonna speak next week, but they didn't get me signed up in time, so now I'm going to Napa. Sorry.
okay.
Oh,
But
You ready today?
What?
That's what I was telling Gary, I said, Bob needs his report teed up so we can, if we have a cancellation, you can just fill in.
I'm gonna be ready, so.
Okay. All right,
But
perfect.
it's great. I'll tell you all the benefits and how you could, it's an awesome.
Yeah.
Opportunity, so.
All right, Gary, Secretary's report.
Okay, the next board meeting is March 19th. That's 2 days after St. Patrick's Day. So
You celebrate that?
I do.
So Gary will-
So it'll depend on how good I'm at, after that. It may take me 2 days to recuperate. Yeah, just kidding. Glad Diana is here. We, had a great turnout at, St. John's Episcopal Church. And I was, I'll call him a minister or priest. I'm not sure what they refer to him in the Episcopal Church, but, he was wonderful in, his eulogy of, Joyce, talking about her, and, he, he was really very personal. And then on Sunday, a number of us got together at the senior center, and it was really fun to hear all the stories, especially from the grandson who went on a long hike and stuff like that. He took his grandma with him, and we're all sitting there saying, "Really? You really did that?" But it was a nice event. Both of them.
Yeah.
And,
Looks just like his dad.
And just a reminder, you can still register for the District 50/50 Conference, which is at on May 3rd to the 5th. Chris and I and Rand are all registered. We're gonna be there.
Dawn.
And Don's
Dawn will be there.
I'm secretary of the district conference committee, so I'm gonna be there. And Chris is involved in that, and so is Rand. Rand's doing a lot of the video stuff. So I think it's gonna be an exciting conference. Unfortunately, we've had a number of cancellations. We think that they're from Canada. And in talking to Malcolm Kennedy, was on the conference call the other night, Canadian, the aura up there is not good. They are very unhappy. All of the leaders across Canada are asking their citizens not to travel to the United States, not to come come by. I thought about going out to the premium outlet mall and see how many Canadian cars are there.
Yeah.
I was at Chick-fil-A the other day and there was about 5 Canadian cars there, so somebody wasn't observing what they were asking for.
They
But
beat
I
us in
think
hockey last night, so
it's serious, you know, type of thing, so they're gonna talk to Sean Hogan, who is former district governor, and see if he can convince Canadians to, you know, don't take it out on Rotary.
Yeah.
Type of thing, and Rotary is trying to be the peacemaker in all of this, so.
Good.
Anyway,
Goodwill, better.
Yep.
yeah,
Anything else?
that's it.
Couple more minutes of stuff. Brian's not here. Brian is at Pell's, formerly known as Pets, this weekend. So, he'll learn all kinds of good things about Rotary down there.
What is that, Ron? For
Uh,
those who might not know.
President's elect learning session now. It used to be President-elect's training session, but the word pets didn't click with them, so. Now it's Pell's, so. Eileen is not here, so club services, no. Community related services, Rochelle. Not here,
She's sick.
yep,
For community stuff, there is a fundraiser and observance of Special Olympics in Washington State, and so there's a polar plunge happening
oh yeah,
at North Cove this
This
Sunday
Sunday,
at
right?
8:30. You can either pay to donate or participate. I think it would be great if Rotarians were there.
are you gonna swim over and meet them?
Yes, right, I'll just traverse, yeah. So I'll be
Okay.
there getting in,
All
I'll be
right,
there.
I think the police do stuff and, you know, I don't,
There's a lot of different groups that will utilize North Cove for their support, yeah.
okay, awesome. You know what time that starts?
8:30,
8:30,
check-ins at 7.
Okay.
I don't think you need to be there at 7.
okay.
Is it registration at my church? Yeah, they'll kick off at 8:30. Getting in. Yeah.
Are they doing Lundin or?
North Cove.
No, of course.
Cove? Okay.
I went to. Wow, the conviction.
I gotta make myself.
Seems very,
All right,
it's raining, you might get wet.
If it's raining, I love.
She doesn't.
and Rochelle last night at the board meeting said that she's looking for community service projects for us to do. There's not a lot out there right now, so if you guys have any ideas or if you hear anything that we can take on and help out, we're looking for something to do, so.
Yeah, Ryan,
Yeah,
we haven't done a road cleanup for quite a while,
yeah,
so I just.
yeah, I know we talked about, we haven't done it, the skate park too, we'll probably do, we haven't done that. One of the discussions that I thought was pretty, Brian said, well, this summer is like serve hot dogs at the skate park. Just for the kids and, you know. Talk to them about garbage and how this is their park and they. Cause they'll come in there and just leave at a mess and then, yeah. But they're the ones that use it, but also,
So just on that, the city is gonna be using the Just Serve site to host. Well, it'll be the site. What I'm trying to move to for the community is to use Just Serve as their go-to location for volunteer opportunities.
Okay.
And so the city will have a site there that will then push you to our Civic Rec site that will have all of our, let's plant flowers and let's pick up dead flowers and stuff, kind of volunteer opportunities for the.
oh, cool.
Well, they die.
Everything does.
Thanks, that's awesome. See foundation, Bob. Okay. Bob is spoken. International, Chris, you gotta read that whole thing word for word.
I will, yeah, so take a deep breath, here we go, so anyhow, there's a flyer here, it's kind of a quarterly newsletter. And there's some on the back, so help yourself to that, and it's kind of going through a few things, I wasn't at the meeting because I was working last night, but. Linda was there because we kind of leapfrog and attend at the same time. So Linda, are you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Best friend, so go ahead.
The meeting last night was very robust. There's lots of great things going on. Peter and gang are in Honduras, I guess, leaving today, coming back this way. February is when they hand out their kits to all the school children, and so I guess it was a lively trip, and kids are all happy to see the Rotary group down there. The IPA is starting, probably Chris has talked about it, but they're starting a trade school, which is exciting, and they have a lot of good things going on there. Their first two classes are going to be gastronomy and sewing. So they'll teach kids how to cook, run a restaurant, about nutrition. You know, they can do. They're hoping there's good restaurants pop up there in Copan, Honduras after they put the kids through this. But anyway, a lot of good things going on there. They've also started a weekend high school, and they have 125 kids enrolled that are anxious to be able to go to high school on the weekend, which is exciting because they have to do a bunch of travel and it's dangerous. Sometimes these outlying kids. And so now they just have to go on the weekend, and get all their schooling. So that's exciting. A lot of good things going on. That's all I know.
There's a flare on the back if you want to pick that up, whatever. It's got a lot of neat stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff, so maybe.
All right, thanks, Linda, good seeing you.
Yeah, you guys.
Let's see where I'm at here. Membership.
Something exciting on Wednesday, which you mentioned.
Yep.
Have a
Robert?
member, and we're processing and looking at a couple of other applications. Yeah.
Oh.
The one that gave us the last one.
Yes.
So it's actually really exciting because, our club is growing.
Yep.
Obviously, things don't happen quickly in life, and Rotary's the same. But we are growing and we are, accepting applications to membership. Yeah, so anyways, if anybody knows anyone or comes across anyone's path who you think is like-minded like we are, and would be a good candidate for Rotary Lake Stevens, reach out to them, talk to them, invite them here if they can't come here. Maybe we go meet them and take them out for lunch or coffee. But yeah, we would love to grow our club.
Yep.
More. And welcome, John.
All right, vocational, Lance.
Yeah, Kristen and I met a couple of weeks ago. And we talked over some things, but one of the things that she shared is that the Interact Club isn't as engaged or robust as it has been in the past. So I asked, have we provided pizza in a while or gone in to do a visit? And
Nope.
I don't think we've done anything like that.
We haven't even met.
The new
newest
Rotary
officer.
person.
Yeah.
So why don't we see if there's a few of us that might be able to get together and go visit the Interact Club? When you talk about road cleanups or not doing, anything in the community, maybe we can engage with them and do something with the club. And then on the vocational side, we have a lot of people that, most of them were on the vocational committee last year for the scholarships and wanted to continue. We've added Amy, so I will send an email out now to the general club, see if anybody else wants to join us. But that's a good group to read scholarship applications. We've got 2 scholarship applications so far.
Okay.
So I told Amy, as the new member, you're probably not on the email list to get those, so we'll make sure that everybody has seen those. And start planning for our year in awarding scholarships. I reached out to Snow Isle early this year because it was late last year and didn't get any applicants. And it sounds promising that she's gonna put it on whatever list they have internally that goes to the students. So if there are opportunities for us to go over there and visit and encourage teachers to sponsor or write a letter on behalf of students. Rand was gonna look at the website because when you go to the scholarship link that is now live, it goes right into the college bound application. The vocational application is a little bit shorter. And so he was gonna try to go in and change that link to where you have the option to apply for either one on the landing page. Last time I checked, it wasn't fixed yet, but I'll follow up with him as well. So anything that you can do to share the information, we've got a flyer. I asked Gary who's taking care of the website. So maybe we can get that one-page flyer that's got the link on it on the website and you guys can share that with anybody.
But we've had problems with any of the stuff that we're trying to download. And we're trying to work on that, so we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I'll put it in the email when I send it out to the whole club.
If you do a flyer that's printable, make sure it's a QR code rather than a link, so I don't have to type it in. Make it a QR code.
Okay.
Rand can set that up. Rand said
Do
that
that.
hospital, his mom fell and, I don't know how serious she is, but he's been there since yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why he's not here today.
Yeah, so I mean, the website committee's in meeting, and so we're looking at some. Changing some things. with
Actually,
our-
there'll be major changes.
Yeah,
to the
major, I
website.
mean, I'm
Okay.
trying to be PC. But the outward facing, the public website domain will be different, and Club Run will probably be just used for us internally. So, cause it's really clunky and doesn't work to what we want, so. So if you have interest in being on the website committee, I'm sure Rand's still looking for more members, so. That was a plug for him, so. Anything else? Alright, let's see here. Kendra programs,
Hi, good morning. Yeah, so I'm sorry Amina had to cancel. She just said she had to take PTO. So hopefully we get her rescheduled because the Olmich program sounds really interesting for our community. But upcoming, we have Kyle Roscoe with the Recovery Cafe. I'm talking to friends at the library because they have some events they're putting on this spring that they want to come talk about. And then I heard Bob Howe in the crowd, right?
yes,
Okay, I responded to you, but I think we're talking about March 7th for you. If that works, I'll put you on the calendar.
okay,
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
That's all.
and do we have anything next week?
That's what I'm trying to either reschedule Amina for next week or Friends of the Library because they wanted to get in before March, but they haven't picked a date. So I'm hoping that they'll choose next Friday.
Okay, yeah, that'd be nice, the library would be just kind of interested in where they are in the process, I know they broke ground. But it's not going very, like it's going very fast, it's construction, so,
Yeah, I see the same thing you do.
yeah, so. All right, public image, Rand's not here, Chris, you're up.
Okay, so we've got a little blue bucket over here with some stuff.
You got a half hour to kill.
We got a half hour, yeah, okay. I'll watch my dad for a couple minutes.
Tickets,
Somebody won last week, didn't they?
Right.
Victor.
Here's what we do, we have red tickets in here, and we pick one out, and then you could, then what do we have to do?
Just one last week, I'm sorry,
Oh.
but. Are you ready?
Okay, have-
$9.
I know.
I'll have you pick one out. Right. Oh, there. You can read the number because I can.
I was gonna say.
More than-
624-6336.
That's not the right number.
What are the last three?
336.
336.
Or not ours.
No,
Oh,
sorry.
336.
Yeah, 336.
Okay, 336.
It's over here, Amelia.
You're sure she's not. No. Yeah, that was fun, right?
Yeah.
There's also these.
So we have some farm fresh eggs back here from Lori's farm. They're kind of like, this one is kind of a color. And usually it's like Costco, they're $900.
But.
You got $10 and we're gonna auction these off. So I have 10 over here. Do I hear 11? I hear 15. I have 10. I have 10. Do I hear 15?
Got 12.
12. 12. 12.
15.
What? 15? I got 15.
We got 15, once we got
20.
15, once we got
20. I
15,
got
15, 15,
Still
we
cheaper
have
than
15,
saying.
16, we know 16.
20.
And better.
Yeah.
So I have 15, I have 15, do I hear 20? Do I hear 20, do I hear 17? Do I hear 17? 17, Ron, 17. No? 15, going once. These are farm fresh eggs right off the ranch down here in Arizona Falls.
Well, things was late yesterday.
That's extra.
Did I hear a 20? We got 20 already.
Okay, 20, going one. Do I hear 22? Do I hear 22? I have 20. Going once, going twice, going twice. You get your Venmo out?
3 times.
Okay, sold.
Can't say, it's not 124, doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Everybody's happy today. Everybody happy today? You know what we're doing? Do you know what we're doing? Okay, good. So we're talking about, anything you want to.
Yeah.
For a little bit of time.
You know.
And how happy are you today?
I'm very happy as a new member, so very
Okay.
excited.
Awesome, cool. How about you, Ron?
Friday, I got granddad duties today, so I'm excited about that, so.
Cool.
I have to leave after this, so if someone can help clean up, that'd be great.
I'll help you. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, we'll start over here. And tell us why you're happy today.
Well, it's Friday, number one.
Yeah.
First of all, anniversary.
Yeah, that was a 5-0. Was that what that was? Good.
And I'm happy because it's Friday. We're having lunch with some good friends of ours that we knew when we lived down in Los Altos, California. They've lived up here for 13 years now, so we're getting together for lunch.
Nice.
And looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Happy Lord that Diana is here. Sad that Joyce is not, but you know, life is cyclical, right? Welcome. Is it Robert or Bob?
Robert.
Robert, okay, Robert. Welcome,
way.
Robert.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. I'm really happy. I'm heading to Hawaii. For 2 weeks. One of them, let's see, Joe.
We feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
We're all bitter.
Is that happy or sad dollars?
The main island, which island?
I'm going to Napa, which is supposed to be 75 degrees.
So I'll be happy.
This week.
I'll get no phones in there. Happy, I was hoping Mary was gonna be here. I was gonna congratulate her on pulling off an actual win with that bond. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, that was-
I did not think that the numbers were gonna show up, and she did it.
She was here last week, Brett.
What's that?
She was here last week and did it.
Oh, good. I was at Olympia this week, with the council, and we were dancing in front of all your legislators, trying to get some money, trying to get your money back to you. Of which they told us that they don't have your money anymore, so I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens. Two asks that we had this year is $1 million to help us with the civic campus, the city hall remodel. And then we asked for 620 each in conjunction with Marysville to further design and engineer more of the Bayview Trail between it would be 8th Street to 204. So just continuing that trail going forward, and wish me luck this week. Next week, I'm gonna spend 3 days skiing in Whistler, and hopefully the Canadians will accept me.
They won't let you come back.
Spend money up there, they'll accept it.
One way in.
One way in.
Few happy bucks. I was also in Olympia on Wednesday, and as we were going out of the legislator's office, the city was coming in and told them, sorry, we got all your money. But we're not getting anywhere this year either, but we did an employment rally on the front steps of the Capitol building, around people with disabilities being employed. And we used to do this before COVID, had about 300 people show up, so a pretty good group. COVID shut it down for a couple of years. Last year, we brought it back for the first time, only had about 50 people. And I think we had about 120 out there this year. So it was a good showing from across the state, all in support of people with disabilities, being able to have jobs.
I'm happy to be here today. Let's see, I met with Lake Stevens Film Festival Committee earlier this week and had some good discussions trying to keep that going for this community. And had some good talks with the Everett YMCA about some changes going on there and fundraising to just keep providing services to this account. Pardon?
The elevator's fixed.
Yes, yeah, quick fix on elevator.
Okay. All right.
Way to go, Chris.
Is it elevator figurative? Like, what are we talking about?
So why didn't say his elevator broke?
Oh,
So there's a big bolt in it.
so someone's elevator was going all the way to the top.
All the way to the
Yeah.
top, wasn't going down.
Amy, whatever you did, you made Chris speechless and.
No, it's in weird words. You know when the day's gonna be, or is that ever pretty big?
I think they're still working it out.
Okay,
Fingers crossed.
okay, cool. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Over here.
I have 5 happy bucks. Just want to reiterate what Gary said. It was wonderful to celebrate Joyce over the weekend, both in her formal sort of thing on Saturday and also the informal one on Sunday. Great to see Diane and Bill and your daughter. And you know, those of you who don't know, she was our last founding member of this Rotary Club. When I transferred into this club in 1992, she and Lauren were the first two people I met coming to the door. Very engaging, very receptive, and she was a real backbone of this club and really loved doing the scholarship reading and you know, selections and those kind of things. So I know that Gary had sent out an email about supporting the idea of a Joyce Bell Rotary Scholarship. I encourage everyone to please consider participating in that. And then we want to make that every year, not just 1 year. We want to make that just like Joyce. So. Hey, I went and saw, I have four of my 6 grandchildren living, staying with us right now, just a couple of days. And we took them to see a movie called Dog Man last night. Anybody hear of it? Anybody seen it? It's pathetic. The kids just thoroughly enjoyed it, so if you need a good nap. Really good nap. Take the kids and get to see Dog Man. They loved it, and I'm missing something. So it's because I'm 74 years old.
Dog Man.
Wonder how old you were.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Mr. Secretary.
Okay, I have 5, got a few things. One, referencing Joyce, reason I'm here is because of her. I told Diane and everybody that, I was, visiting the Marysville Club and no one would speak to me. except one guy who was from Louisiana, which is where I was moving from. And he was in the timber business and I knew his company, so he was living out here because of the school system in Louisiana. And he would commute back and forth, and in the summertime, they'd all go back, which was crazy because 100-degree temperature in Louisiana in summertime isn't fun. She called me over, said, "Hey, young man," and I said, "Hold on," I looked around trying to figure out who she's talking about. And that's the reason I'm here. Also, John mentioned Jim. About a week, 10 days ago, Jim sent out a note saying he's finally solved the butt dial calls. Well, we're still getting them. I did what he said, and I'm not making any butt dials anymore, but I had 2 yesterday. And I don't think I just got one. So you never know with Jim. And I can hear him in the background. I can hear him, Thurston talking and everything. He's oblivious that we're calling.
That's Jim.
And that's Jim, so.
Ever go away.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole bunch of us
His favorite.
that get him, so, yeah. So that's funny, and I got, my T-Bird back. And if in the next year there's more expense with that, I told Crossens that they can pay for my funeral expenses. Because one lady is gonna kill me. But it's back and it's running great.
It's beautiful, Gary.
With a new engine. Not totally new, but 33,000 mile new, so.
That's
Cool, awesome.
Glad today is Friday, and I just want to say that Joyce's celebration of life was so beautiful, so humble. She had a wonderful family, and she was the backbone of the Lake Stevens Senior Center. So, I really, really praise her. I miss her. She was a good friend of mine. Thank you.
All right.
No, he did. Am I talking or something?
No, he stopped at Bob and went that way.
It's Friday. That's all, yeah, we're good. Put together.
Are you coming to me?
I am.
I'm shiny.
No, like, are you sneaking up?
Are you afraid of her?
Who's that guy in the window?
I have 5 today, just because I'm super happy. It was such an amazing club. A lot of people here that maybe wouldn't have found each other otherwise. And I think that Rotary does that for us and for our community, is just to bring people together. And once you do find, we were talking about this last night, is once you find other people that are so like-minded, it just feels like it helps to complete you. It's a nice feeling. So I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Geez,
Happy Friday.
Where were you talking about that at?
We had a meeting about the Festival of Trees for the food bank last night, but we were at the Rustic Cork. And then somebody wandered right in and crashed us. Multiple songs. Yeah, there was no butt tile.
Yeah, give us a couple minute update.
Obviously, everyone's probably heard we've secured a carnival this year, which was really no small feat. I know that, JQ Public thinks, it's just, just do it, go ahead. But it was very difficult and we did it. We'll see how this year can help with the longevity. So we have to be successful this year, and we have to really get out there and push community support. So we're gonna be doing some different things this year publicly. Mary actually, and I think Brett, mentioned how successful her campaign was. taking a page from her book is we're gonna put up real simple, yard signs around town. Giving people information about what they can expect, what they're gonna see, how they can participate to make it easy. So there's a lot of fun things coming down the pike. If you're interested in volunteering, with Aquafest, it'll be a lot of fun this year, and we definitely could use the help.
Awesome, thanks for.
Recommendation, if you usually go to the Sulphur Spin Day.
I don't think we're gonna make that.
Yeah,
Don't tell them you're from Lake Stevens.
I got jacked up pretty hard this week on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean,
Yeah.
it was one of those things where I was speechless, which is not really hard to do. I heard the Chamber of Commerce president, isn't that who? Or was it the mayor?
No, it wasn't Russell. Well, Russell got mad at me too, but.
It was the chamber.
It was a chamber.
Yeah, so anyways, we had to move our Aquafest dates to accommodate this carnival. If we wanted a carnival, we had to be flexible. And so it actually ended up coinciding with Sultan's Shindig days. And we obviously didn't have any clue, and proximity is very far apart.
Yeah.
So, they were very, very upset that we were gonna take their vendors. But what are you gonna do?
What day is it gonna be?
It is 11. Yes.
11, 12, 13.
It's Fulton you're competing against, right? You said Fulton, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Plenty of
Right. Just saying.
You should, exactly, should be split, right? Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure I heard it right.
You should counter,
Just swap the date.
that's what I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's Fulton, right?
Take the lead on that.
Fulton.
That
Sorry.
What?
you
My
had to
bad.
field that
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry.
from Fulton.
I actually,
Fulton.
no, it's fine.
Sorry.
I stoked it, not realizing how deep the wound was. And then I backed out.
Yeah. I feel like we handled it diplomatically. I mean,
Well,
we did okay.
I never suggest doing public disclosure requests, but I was CC'd on all the emails. And if you want to have a good Friday night read, that was a good
It's common.
thread of emails.
Has anyone ever heard of your little town of fish?
Rockfish.
Or is that what it's called? It's a Blazing Saddles movie.
Oxford.
I know someone that's used to work for Sultan and referred to that town as. Did that with that.
So we apologize to Sultan that we are stepping on their toe, but we have to.
Are we on the same days as Arlington as well?
There's a farmer's market or some,
Oh.
or some sort of.
But it's still.
festival.
You
know, we can sometimes you just.
Just do these workshop community, but yeah, I think it would be a great suggestion or go out to them. Why, why don't we look at just switching your dates to when we had it, so there's no.
But,
and it
but,
gives the
I think they were
vendors something
upset too because
But-
we got the carnival and they
yeah,
couldn't
so
go to them.
it's not really the vendors, it's the carnival.
It's the carnival
Oh,
and with us.
Yes. And if you're thinking business wise, of course, they want to go wherever they can make the most money, and it's probably not gonna be in Sultan.
Yeah.
For us to
people.
change.
Just saying.
We're begging, the community to make it a positive, and successful thing this year so that we can get it back in years following.
I thought that's what their big bank account got that.
I know.
Yeah.
We're in the negative,
And, yeah, I thought.
The carnival does,
in the negative.
carnival does raise money for the community. in the
Yes.
end.
It's such a big draw.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's all. People don't want to go to Aquafest or Visual Carnival. I'm
Right.
to be honest, people, they're like, it's not even funny. They walk around and it's like a farmer's market.
Vendors like that because that brings more people into their business.
So it's gonna be fun. I
Raquel?
mean, not only do we have the carnival,
Are
but
we still doing the, cornhole tournament?
yes.
Yep.
That should be another huge revenue.
And I mean, we talked about that at our meeting on
Yeah.
Wednesday too, expanding the cornhole tournament. So the other thing about what we are asking of the club is participation.
Mhm.
I don't know if you all have noticed, but there's the same faces here every week. There's the same faces that show up to volunteer. We need our entire club to participate, or at least way more of us. So we're trying to figure out how do we engage people? How do we, we're working on trying to bring people in for firesides. And get people excited about Rotary and being good stewards of our community. So if anybody has any ideas of how we can, get people here and get them participating, that's why they signed up, right? So start.
So another
There's
sec,
more stuff so that we can all join together and hang out and understand, just like we can't get stuff done really quick together, so. Start doing the community things, or showing up to all the other events, like we really haven't done anything.
Right. Like as a Rotary, we need to put
That's my
ourselves out there.
so another exciting part about Aquafest is we'll have further developed out John's vision of remodeled downtown Main Street. That project is supposed to be done July 1st. You can get the sewer district off of the road. Yeah, it'll be all remodeled down there, all the way to the Poison Road.
We also discussed with Rand, that we are going to have the big screen this year again. He's gonna donate all of the equipment. We're gonna fund the, we talked about this, somehow, some way, we'll fund who's gonna run it. There's a cherry picker that has to hold it up, for the weekend. And then we actually was also, Amy doesn't know this yet, but we were offering it after that to the Lake Stevens Film Festival to potentially use it as a matinee situation. And so that we may, parlay some of that into to more recognition for the Lake Stevens Film Festival. So, helping hands between different organizations is really what we do. So anyways, if anybody wants to help, good job for coming.
Thank you. Conclude your program for the evening.
I hope I wasted enough of your.
You're doing good. You got 9 minutes.
Anyhow, Diana, you had something you wanted to, okay?
I wanted to say, first of all, that I'm so grateful that Tracy and Kennedy to come, because it's lovely to be here with you all. I know my mom absolutely loved Rotary. That was one of her key things that she loved about her involvement in the community. But I've been going through so much stuff, including all sorts of photographs, like going through. She loved to take pictures. I found, and I'm on my way today to donate to the Historical Museum, but I wanted to let you know, she had a piece of paper that said General Moore, M-O-O-R-E, on it, but it's about the beginnings of Aquafest. And she had pictures from 78 and 79. And I was just so, I wish I had them here to show it right now, but I could see them, to then donate to the Historical Museum or something. But the pictures show like a little parade with just a couple little, things and kids getting dressed up. It was absolutely so cute. And my mom, she was always totally into Aquafest. That was one of her happy places.
We should blow those up or something and do a presentation board, and our Rotary thing is how Aquafest started.
Right, well, and like I was saying about Rand's big, huge screen that we're having is, we're able to like cycle through photos and we can put up like, this is something our community should be getting behind because of the history of the pride that people have had and hopefully will continue to have in Lake Stevens. So, that, I would love that. Thank you so much. That's something.
I'm so
Yes.
grateful.
Me too, thank you.
Okay. Happy today.
Yeah, I'm always happy when I can be here on a Friday, even if it does mean that I have to get out of my PJs before 10 a.m. Oh, and almost guarantee you guys will make it through my first meeting before I have to change clothes. I am happy it's Friday. I have a couple of really important meetings today that I'm super excited about, so.
Commercial banking.
I'm just happy to be around civic-minded individuals and impacting a Rotary meeting. So, thank you for having me.
So do you lend money to people wanting to build buildings.
Yes,
Finally, I nailed it.
yes,
Okay.
What?
that's good.
Yeah, for like hardly any percentage, right? Like no points, like half a point.
Okay, kinda. So you have the first part, right? You gonna occupy that building?
Yes.
Okay,
See?
you're 1 for 2.
Here's the program, negotiation.
Yeah.
Keep going.
After the meeting, you two should meet.
Thanks.
Got a few happy bucks. I had the pleasure of Cara coming and delivering a sign in my shop, a new open sign that faces the parking lot, so that was awfully fun. Did you take a picture? Yeah, yes. Okay, and I'm gonna post it in my social media, and then Raquel, thank you for the flowers from Valentine's. They're still scenting my kitchen. Yeah, I walked into my kitchen.
Mine too.
That's really nice. Victor, welcome as a new member. I got a little excited when you said you were giving $1 a year for your anniversary, and then Robert said he was doing the same. I thought he was gonna give $1 for your anniversary. And then, finally, just for, Joyce, you know, it was lovely to see all the services, and Diana, I was looking at you from the back and going, oh my goodness, you look like your mother's hair from the back, but longer, except for how hers got during, COVID, and it was got as well. It's the family similarity there, and just lots of memory, really nice memories of Joyce, you know, here in the club. She was also one of the first people I met in 2004 when I came, and then I'll always remember her. We took her for 90th birthday. We celebrated together up at Papa's pizza place, and they put the sombrero on her and sang a song to her, and so that's good memories. She was a good friend. Oh, I missed out. Well, we just recreate those in new ways with new people.
I have some money here and I'm always happy on Friday. I'm glad everybody's here on Friday because it is fun. And I'm very grateful for Joyce's personality and her friendship, and she was always a go-getter in the community, and thanks for that. So I was. So I'm over here with him.
So, Robert, well, so nice to have you come a member, so that's awesome. We're talking about, butt dials. And my grandson, who is all of 1.5 years old, okay, he's not talking yet, he babbles. But every once in a while, my phone will ring and it'll show my daughter-in-law's name, and I'll answer, hi, how are you? I mean, phone and it has a picture of me, and so he gets that picture, and evidently he then walks around with me his toys. So anyway.
That's
those are my
really
dials
young.
from him. So there's a couple dollars for that. I didn't know how rich I was until I saw the price of eggs. I have a wealth in my fridge. I have like 4 dozen.
wow.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah.
You're 40 eggs. No, you can't do that.
And then, thank you for being such a wonderful person, so caring and loving and always thinking about it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Don Iverson, past president. We have this bucket for you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I'm happy to see that we were able to fill pretty close to a half hour with happy bucks. And that says a lot about the club. There's a lot of great optimism, a lot of great appreciation of Joyce and other things going on. And I'm also really excited about Aquafis is here. All the things that we've been talking about, the things that Rand has ready to propose. As far as the screen goes, I think would be wonderful. I'm very happy that Emerald City Cornhole has agreed to be very active in the planning and operation of our cornhole tournament. And anyhow, very optimistic about where things are heading as of right now.
How warm is it right now down there?
Well, that's kind of a cool thing about Arizona is at the beginning of the meeting, it was about 46 degrees outside.
clear as a bell, and it's probably already 60. And probably by about noon, it'll be in the high 70s. And then next year, it's supposed to be topping out in the 80s all week long. So that'll be fun. I've been playing a lot of cornhole. And I'm working my way up through the levels of round robins in cornhole. And it's amazing how big of a deal that is just about everywhere in the country now, but especially, down here, it's a huge deal.
Are you in a tournament down there?
No, it's just a very organized community. We just have various, they call them round robins. A lot of people are familiar with those, but you just agree to be part of one, and you're always playing with another person. It's never the same person. So you basically play a bunch of games, and the people you're playing against and with, you rotate. So it's really kind of a fun thing socially. And also it's a very effective way to learn your lesson, because you play with some very good people. And there's no better way to try to learn the game than that. And interestingly enough, we do that in cornhole as well. And we did it last summer at Aquafest, and we'll do it again this year. And that helps people determine what a single or a double elimination tournament starts out with, as far as how you establish who plays who. But long story short, it's been kind of fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Don.
You
Linda, are you still there?
I am here.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say, I don't know who was talking about how we keep members, and we have a lot of people that don't show up, and I've been MIA for months, family first. So I'm helping the family out when I can, and always when I can. But Lori reached out to me just with a simple text and said, "Hey, where are you? What are you doing? How are you? Are you coming back?" And that kind of thing goes a long, long way to making you feel missed, included, happy. And so I'm very happy about that. And it made me think about when Gary was talking that Joyce was the reason he was here. We never know our influence on each other on our day-to-day basis. So all the elders in the group, thank you for everything that you do and say, and for leading the way. Joyce was that for sure, and I'm grateful for her. Just a few minutes I had with her, didn't really know her very well, but just a few minutes alone I had with her back and forth, was precious. So yeah, that's what I'm happy about.
Thank you. Okay, back to Ron, President.
All right, well,
Ron needs to leave.
geez, Chris,
Hey, we filled that up.
we did it. Succeeded. All right, thanks, everybody. I'm gonna.
All right, good. Come on, man. Way to fill it up.
See you, Zimmers.
All of us.